super clear vocal, 3 steps. All you got to do, EQ it correctly, compress it for clarity, and then add a little bit of saturation to the top end. Oh yeah, let me show you that. Yo. What's up, Diamond family? It's your man VV, and welcome back to the VVS Academy. As you guys know, I'm here every week dropping off gems, teaching you to record and mix your music better. So if that sounds good to you, stick around. Look, man, got a really crazy video for you guys today. I'm going to be showing you guys how to get bright, clear vocals. All right, it's super simple. I'm going to give you guys 3 things you're probably doing wrong. Then I'm going to show you the 3 secret tips for how to get it right. All right, so I won't even over talk it. If you need a template for recording in Logic or in Pro Tools, check out my free templates down below. They're going to completely change the game for you and get you sounding great right away. All right, let's play back the track and then we'll jump into how to get it right. All right.
Hey, I keep my feelings on safety. I can't let another bitch play me. Shit, I've been working hard trying to save me from temptation. Whole durations only be brief. Look, I'm done tripping off a little shit. When I'm getting dressed is the only time I'm throwing fits. But the road is good in the wood in a little bit. Do that before everything. Give myself a little leg.
Okay, cool. As you can hear, the recording is clean. It already sounds pretty good. It's going to be pretty simple to kind of get this vocal sounding good. But let me show you a few things that you're probably doing wrong. The number one thing you're probably doing wrong is instead of turning down the beat, you're turning up the vocal. So let me show you what it sounds like when we don't turn down the beat here.
Hey, I keep my feelings on safety. I can't let another bitch play me. Shit, I've been working hard trying to save me from temptation. Whole durations only be brief. Look, I'm done tripping off a little shit. When I'm getting dressed.
So as you can hear, the beat is so much louder than the vocal because the beat is already fully mastered. So in order to compensate, we need to turn up the vocal, right? So let's try doing that now.
Hey, I keep my feelings on safety. I can't let another bitch play me. Shit, I've been working hard trying to save me from temptation. Whole durations only be brief. Look, I'm done tripping off a little shit. When I'm getting dressed is the only time I'm throwing.
Obviously, that sounds a little bit better balanced, but you can see the beat channel is clipping. I'm sure we're clipping the master. So we're getting way too much volume. The track is already clipping and it's not even really that loud. We haven't really maximized the loudness of it. So in order to really get a loud final product and to get the best balance between the beat and the vocal, you should turn the beat down. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to bring this trim plug in and activate it, and also activate the VMR. I'll see what we have going because I think we can maybe tweak the beat a little bit better, but let's see.
Hey, I keep my feelings on safety. I can't let another bitch play me. Shit, I've been working hard trying to save me from temptation. Whole durations only be brief. Look, I'm done tripping off a little shit. When I'm getting dressed.
This is going to give us a lot more opportunity to get balance and more dynamics out of the song. So the kicks can hit a little bit harder. The loudest parts and the quietest parts of the song are going to be a little bit more far apart from each other. They're going to be a little more drastic, and that's going to make the song move and feel a little bit better. So we definitely want to make sure that we're turning down the beat rather than trying to turn up the vocal to match the volume of a mastered beat. All right, so that's the first thing you're probably doing wrong. Let's figure out the second one. So the second thing you're probably doing wrong is, well, here, let me show you. You got the beat turned down, and then you want to get the vocal to sound a little bit brighter. You want it to stand out in the mix a little bit more, right? So let's bring up this EQ. The first thing you're probably going to do is grab a low-pass filter, and you're going to try to roll off the low end. And the problem that the mistake you're probably making is you're making it way too steep, and you're rolling off way too much. So let's hear what that sounds like.
Hey, I keep my feelings on safety. I can't let another bitch play me. Shit, I've been working hard trying to save me from temptation. Whole durations only be brief. Look, I'm done tripping off a little shit. When I'm getting dressed is the only time.
You hear when we bring that filter back, so much more of the body of the vocal comes through. The vocal gets a lot more full, a lot more present, a lot bigger, beefier. That's what we definitely want from our vocal. So in order to get brightness, don't roll off too much of the low end. All right, you still need the low end there. You still need the body. That's still a part of the vocal. We don't want to get rid of it for the sake of making a vocal brighter. So let's hear that vocal rolled off correctly.
Hey, I keep my feelings on safety. I can't let another bitch play me. Shit, I've been working hard trying to save me from temptation. Whole durations only be brief. Look, I'm done tripping off a little shit. When I'm getting dressed is the only time I'm throwing fits. But the road is good in the wood in a little bit.
So what am I listening for when I'm rolling off that low end? I still want to hear some body. I still want to hear some of that some of the width and the heft of the vocal there, but also wanted to take out anything that's kind of too low, too rumbly, too droning, or too deep. That's not really helping the vocal. It's not really helping us to hear the vocal or feel what he's saying. It's just there as a byproduct of recording. Those are the things I'm trying to roll off and get rid of, and only keep the really meat of the vocal, the good stuff, the stuff that we really want to have. So that's what I'm listening for. So make sure that when you're rolling off your EQs, that when you're rolling off the low end of your vocals, you don't go too high, and you listen for the things that aren't necessary, and then you stop. All right, so that's reason 2. The third thing you're probably doing that's killing your vocals, that's not really giving you that brightness and clarity, is you're boosting harsh frequencies. A lot of times if we're not recording with the best mic, which is no problem, but we have to know how to work with that. And a lot of times those mics already have frequencies boosted in that upper mid range, and then we go and boost them more, and it makes the vocal too harsh and it hits the ears weird. I'll show you. Let me show you instead of over talking it.
I keep my feelings on safety. I can't let another bitch play me. Shit, I've been working hard trying to save me from temptation. Whole durations only be brief. Look, I'm done tripping off a little shit. When I'm getting dressed is the only time I'm throwing fans. About the road is good in the wood in a little band. Do that before everything. Give myself a little leg. Getting back on my shit again. These streets is crazy.
So you can hear the vocal sounds more clear. It cuts through more, but it's also piercing. It's harsh. It's not the sound that we're going for. We want a smooth vocal that's still bright and clear and open. So let's show the 3 ways that you can fix that. Let's dive into it. I'm going to actually mute the ad-lib channel. We won't really need any of this. I'll actually mute it this way. There we go. Let's focus on the lead vocal. We're going to start right where we've been starting at. And the first thing that we're going to do is EQ. So I'm going to grab a completely new EQ. I'll turn this one off. Actually, no, I won't. I'll just get rid of this boosted channel, and we'll keep our EQ roll off, our high pass filter down here, and we're going to do an EQ sweep. So the first thing you want to do is sweep your EQ and find out what frequency is muddy or dirty or deep down there that's keeping your vocal from being bright. Your vocal is probably already bright, but it's being masked by a lower frequency that needs to clean up. So let me show you how to do a sweep.
I keep my feelings on safety. I can't let another bitch play me. Shit, I've been working hard trying to save me from temptation. Whole durations only be brief. Look, I keep my feelings on safety.
I think we found it. So generally, I would try to cut down in this lower frequency range just because that's what I would think it is. But I found that it's usually a little bit higher than where you think it is. So try to move the EQ out of the 2s and search in the 300 to 500 range and see if there's something there that's masking your vocal, and you'll probably find something there. Not every time, but sometimes, like I said, just try to go a little bit higher and see how it works out. Let's hear what this sounds like now that we've taken some of this away.
I keep my feelings on safety. I can't let another bitch play me. Shit, I've been working hard trying to save me.
So I like the way that sounds, but I do think we could still take off some of that lower frequency. So what I'm going to do, instead of making another bell, is I'm actually going to take my high pass filter and I'm going to shift it this way a little bit so that I'm going to take my high pass filter and I'm going to shift it to the left a little. I'm going to take my high pass filter and I'm going to change the shape of the curve so that it actually encompasses a little bit more of this lower 200 or so range, but it does it in a gentle way, and see if that takes out a little bit of that low end energy that I want to get cut out.
I keep my feelings on safety. I can't let another bitch play me. Shit, I've been working hard trying to save me from
Dope. That's what we want. All right, bet. Let's go to the next step. The second thing you need to do is compress. You got to compress your vocal for clarity. All right, so I'm going to bring this EQ over here in front of our VMR, and we're going to grab a compressor inside the VMR. And for this, we're just going to go with the 1176. I'm going to choose the vintage, because I feel like it pushes forward the mid-range a little bit more, and that's what we want for a brighter vocal. So let's dial in some compression. I'm looking for 3 to 5 dB of gain reduction just to keep things tight, and we'll mess with the circuits 1 and 2 and see which one we like better for this vocal.
I keep my feelings on safety. I can't let another bitch play me. Shit, I've been working hard trying to save me from temptation. Whole durations only be brief. Look, I keep my feelings on safety. I can't let another bitch play me. Shit, I've been working hard trying to save me from temptation.
If you have a hard time hearing compression, listen to when he says I've been working hard, and you can actually see the way it jumps out. Let me zoom in a little and show you. You can see right here.
Shit, I've been working hard trying to save me.
You can see how much louder the word hard is than everything else. So let's hear it without the compression and then with it. And you can kind of hear how the compressor is going to turn that specific word down in a way that's not too dramatic, in a way that you don't really notice. So watch this. Let's play it without compression first. And we're listening for this word hard.
Shit, I've been working hard trying to save me.
Now let's hear it with compression.
Shit, I've been working hard trying to save me. Shit, I've been working hard trying to save me. Shit, I've been working hard trying to save me.
So it takes the louder word, and it makes it pretty much the same volume as the words around it. That way we can turn the entire vocal up without worrying about anything being too loud or clipping or standing out too much. So we want to compress the vocal well so that we get some clarity out of every single word. So let's hear that again.
Hey, I keep my feelings on safety. I can't let another bitch play me. Shit, I've been working hard trying to save me. From temptation, whole durations only be brief. Look, I'm done tripping.
Cool. I like the way that sounds. If we want to get the last bit of clarity and brightness out of this vocal, we're going to have to use some saturation. So there's a few different ways you can go about this. I'm going to do it the easy way with the VMR, but I'll show you another couple ways if you're not a Slate guy. Let's go to the harmonics, and we're going to grab the revival, and we're just going to add a little bit of shimmer. I usually try to keep it below 8, but I'm actually going to overdo it and let you guys really hear how the plugin works, and then we'll dial it back.
Hey, I keep my feelings on safety. I can't let another bitch play me. Shit, I've been working hard trying to save me. From temptation, whole durations only be brief. Look, I'm done tripping off a little shit. When I'm getting dressed is the only time I'm throwing fists. But the road is good in the wood in a little bit. Do that before everything.
And if I had to describe it, it's just adding a little fizziness to the top end that kind of gives the vocal a little more brightness. It sounds like there's more high end in the vocal than there actually is, and it's just by saturating the frequencies that are already there, just making them distort a little bit. So I really like the way that sounds, man. And if you need a super bright, super clear vocal, 3 steps. All you got to do, EQ it correctly, compress it for clarity, and then add a little bit of saturation to the top end. Oh yeah, let me show you that plugin if you're not a Slate user. I will use the Black Box. I'm a big fan of the Black Box from Plugin Alliance. And then all you have to do is choose the frequency to high and then hit N. And let's bypass we'll bypass the revival and see what the difference is.
Hey, I keep my feelings on safety. I can't let another bitch play me. Shit, I've been working hard trying to save me. From temptation, whole durations only be brief. Look, I'm done tripping off a little shit.
Yeah, does the same thing, man. Look, these are the tips I'm giving you guys week in and week out. And if you need a little more help, drop me a line down below, man. Remember, my name is VV, and I'm here for you. Stay humble, McDiamonds only. Peace.
Hey, I keep my feelings on safety. I can't let another bitch play me. Shit, I've been working hard trying to save me. From temptation, whole durations only be brief. Look, I'm done tripping off a little shit. When I'm getting dressed is the only time I'm throwing fists. But the road is good in the wood in a little bit. Do that before everything. Give myself a little lift. Getting back on my shit again.